My experience with antibiotics, whether you are being diagnosed with Lyme disease or any bacterial parasitic infection, doctors are most likely gonna give you antibiotics. If you have Lyme disease, you're probably gonna visit ILADS, Lyme literally doctor, that's gonna give you a long term of antibiotic treatment. My experience was absolutely terrible. So the first thing is antibiotics completely destroyed my gut and gave me all kinds of side effects. To the point that we're always blaming the disease. We're always blaming that we have a terrible autoimmune dysfunction and our symptoms are because of Lyme disease, because of Crohn's, because of lupus. But what if the symptoms are coming from the freaking treatment that we've been given? Let's put it this way. When I first contracted Lyme disease, my symptoms were brain fog, overall fatigue, and very, very tired. Right after months of antibiotic treatment, my symptoms completely drastically went on fire. I was bedridden. So from not taking antibiotics to taking antibiotics and then being bedridden. And of course, I was blaming the disease. I was thinking that I was having my detox symptoms. But my present moment was living in hell. So you tell me, after years of pondering and understanding and studying, I figured that the antibiotic treatment was the one and was the cause to make me worse. And if I never took antibiotics, I probably would have healed way faster. Because what the antibiotics do, they suppress the immune system function so they can do their job and kill pathogens, infections on their own. It's kind of like they take place of the immune system. And by doing that, they're killing the good stuff in your gut and the bad stuff. But the good stuff, it's what makes up of the immune system. 70% of the immune system is made in the gut. And if we're killing all the good stuff, all the good flora in our gut with antibiotics, then we're left with no immune system. And that's why my symptoms got worse, and that's why everybody that gets on an antibiotic treatment for Lyme disease or for any infection afterwards and during the administration of the antibiotics, they feel worse. To the point that I started thinking that it was way better for me to have never taken antibiotics. And now many practitioners are catching on and they rather give you herbs, like natural herbs to kill these pathogens naturally. And I think it's a better idea. But still, that's not where the immune system is made of. Guys, you cannot cure an illness if your daily habits are what caused it. The reason why you're dealing with a chronic illness is exactly because your daily habits weakened your immune system, and that's why you're dealing with these infections. If your immune system was all-time high, all the time, you would not be experiencing a chronic illness. You would not be experiencing an infection because your immune system would be able to keep all these infections at bay. Every human being is full of these infections and bacterial infections and toxins. The question is your immune system able to keep it at bay and keep it under control? Because the moment that your sleep is not optimal, that your diet is not good, you start eating processed food, you start eating things that are not in alignment with God, the moment that you start being exposed to environmental toxins like mold, the moment that you stop exercising and you don't give your body the ability to detox naturally, and the moment that you fall into depression, that's when your immune system is going to drop. That's when your chronic illness starts. That's why you see people that have chronic illness start after a traumatic experience. Because the traumatic experience is what caused it. So we gotta go back and we gotta see how was our lifestyle back then during that trauma. Because if our body was fully optimized, we would have handled that trauma in a way different way, so our body would have not taken a hit. If you're in the fence of taking antibiotics ever again, don't. Because they screwed me and they completely wrecked my gut. And still to this day, I see some of the effects that did to me. I've taken antibiotics for almost 3 years in the attempt of treating Lyme disease and co-infections to only make me worse, to only give me bedridden, to only give me excruciating inflammation, excruciating pain everywhere. Dizziness, nausea, stomach pain, tingling and numbness, electric sensations throughout my body. Guys, the amount of symptoms that gave me was absurd. To the point where I had to tell my doctor and I forced them to stop giving it to me. And little by little, after I understood and I started taking all these supplements, I stopped taking all these medications, little by little I started healing. Because I finally understood that my immune system is built within me, within my daily habits and within my gut. And once I prioritize all these things, then illness cannot stand a chance. Stop going the human way and start tapping into your spirituality. That's where I was able to get all my answers. The moment that I connected with God, I understood that all things that are given from God, all the foods that He has given and put here on earth are for our good. And everything that a doctor recommends us that's chemical, that's man-made, is only detrimental for our health. I don't have anything against doctors. I think that maybe they have gained wrong knowledge and now they're stuck doing a job and they're being told that if they go out of the way, their license can be taken away. So I don't blame them. They're just doing their job, but they're just giving out the wrong knowledge. And if you're the victim of that, you have to make sure that you take your health into your hands, because your health and the way that you feel is a direct correlation of your thoughts and your daily habits. So it is what it is. If you've taken antibiotics in the past, we can for sure get better. All we gotta do is dial in our daily habits. Guys, let's go!